With the increase of human trafficking cases in today's society, my roommates and I, Alia, Nuha, Jia, and myself, Jershi, are here to raise awareness about this issue with a presentation of our efforts.
Before we dive deeper into the topic, what is human trafficking? According to the United Nations, human trafficking is recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring, or receipt of people through force, fraud, or deception, with the aim of exploiting them for profit. In most cases, human traffickers will use violence or fake employment agencies and trick their victims into thinking that they could have a better education or job, leading to the exploitation of these victims. So what is our aim? Our aim is to spread awareness about human trafficking and to see to it that this topic is more commonly talked about. When more people gain awareness, there is a higher possibility for authorities to come up with solutions to this problem and efficiently distribute justice wherever necessary. Our country, Malaysia, has one specific state in which human trafficking happens most frequently, Sabah. We would also like to highlight the importance of having this knowledge and show you how it correlates with decreasing the number of cases of human trafficking in Sabah, as well as making sure that you know how colossal the rate of human trafficking in that state is.
Human trafficking happens because of multiple reasons, but the number one leading cause is poverty. Due to low income, people in poverty are more vulnerable as they are most likely to fall into fake employment agencies due to them being desperate for a new job or stable income. Other reasons such as lack of human rights protections and the effects of natural disasters are some of the most significant causes of human trafficking. A lack of human rights protections exists due to the fact that not all facets of human trafficking are considered to be part of human rights. A few of these aspects are listed as crime or immigration issues instead of human rights issues, and this will consequently lead to injustice during prosecutions, further traumatizing the victims. Following a natural disaster, desperation becomes more widespread, and people are more willing to break laws and policies to ensure their own survival. They may resort to human trafficking as a source of income, and the victims being trafficked could be suffering from homelessness and might be unable to access essential resources like food, water, and electricity. The victims may not have an alternative solution to their problems and will be more gullible towards the traffickers, who could pose as well-meaning people offering assistance.
We created a survey to expand our knowledge of how many people are truly aware about the aspects of human trafficking in general and sent them to a wide range of people and recorded their responses. These are the results of the questions that we asked students and teachers. The results show that not one person from the 25 people who took the survey assumed that Malaysia was in the first tier, the safest tier for human trafficking, which could mean that people are already aware of the cases of Malaysia being frequent enough to be unsafe. However, the results in another question show that most have not seen any government awareness about human trafficking, with their answers either being no or I cannot remember. This means that though people think that human trafficking rates are higher than deemed safe here, there still isn't enough awareness that it really sticks in people's minds.
Other than the survey, we interviewed both students and teachers from our school to get a wider range of perspectives on the issue of human trafficking. We interviewed a police officer who has worked with armed forces in areas around Kota Kinabalu to get a professional opinion.
In your opinion, what do you think is human trafficking?
I think human trafficking is when people basically kidnap other people, mostly children, and sell them or slave them for their own personal benefit.
I think human trafficking is the act of kidnapping somebody, maybe not kidnapping, but taking them without their consent to somewhere else where you intend to make use of them for your own profit or personal gain.
Human trafficking, I believe they are people being kidnapped, being transported to other places forcefully for the benefit of the third party.
Been shifted or transferred from one location, from one point to another point, based on their background, their economical background, the social background, and so on.
Next, why do you think human trafficking happens?
I think it's mainly because people do human trafficking for their own personal interests.
I think it's because people see the chance and the availability to take advantage of those who can protect themselves in order for their own personal gain, like maybe little kids or people who are disabled or diseased in any way.
Why? Because people wants to make money. So The third party being like there's like a group of people who runs this business scamming people around the world, and they smuggle for so many reasons, for so many purposes. Trafficking can be human trafficking, drug trafficking. So yeah, the main purpose is to make money.
Basically, this human trafficking happens at the now we said third world countries because of economic problem, political background of the country. It's not stable, lack of opportunities. They don't have a proper job for them in their countries, and also it's also due to organized crimes. You need people. You need people to do their job.
What do you think are the consequences of human trafficking?
I feel that human trafficking can be really damaging to a country's economy and how safe it is there.
I think a lot of people probably get hurt, a lot of people probably die when human trafficking happens. A lot of people may have their families taken away from them, or their family members if they are victims of human trafficking themselves, and that is not a very good thing.
Big, major. It's like it brings down the reputation of the country. Of course, bringing down the economy, and yes, families, humans. The public, citizens being targeted, so they are living in fear. So yes, it brings a big impact to the country.
So psychologically, the victims are affected. So from this human trafficking, so it will leads to some other activities, like they become thief and pickpockets and other things, organized crime, some gangsterism and all that.
So, how common do you think human trafficking happens in specifically Kota Kinabalu?
I feel like Kota Kinabalu is more of a rural area in Malaysia, so it should be quite common there.
I think it might not be too common, but I'm not a professional, so I may be mistaken on this. It might happen every single day, and I wouldn't know because I'm not out there.
How common?
Yes.
It's pretty common there. The reason being, people get deceived easily in rural places, or I would say outskirt areas in Kota Kinabalu, because of the education level. So youngsters, adults who are working, like blue-collared people, working people, they tend to get deceived and followed these scammers around and being trafficked here and there. So yes, high possible.
I will not say this is something common, and at the same time, I will not say that this is something kind of thing abnormal. No, it is happening, and this is not something that we shouldn't talk, because it's happening in our community, and as a what we call the member of our community, we must have the social responsibility, and it's giving impact to the social well-being.
In your opinion, do you think human trafficking should be talked about more as an issue?
I feel like we, as a future generation, should learn more about human trafficking, so we can raise awareness for children so they don't fall victim to it.
I don't think human trafficking is talked about as much as it should be. I think more people should call attention to human trafficking. I think it's a big issue, and I think we should be focusing more on it and how it affects the people around us.
Yes, I think people need to be educated on this, because they're unaware of how people are being scammed and then being trafficked all over the places. So yes, this issue needs to be raised.
This kind of education, this kind of awareness should present in our community, and we really need it. It's not only it's a discuss or talk, but we have to ensure from the early education, even in the primary school, we must design a simple subject or module, ensure our community understand what is human trafficking is all about.
The first step to resolving an issue is to address the issue at hand and make people more aware that it even exists. We decided our course of action would be to make a documentary, as with the popularity and accessibility of social media, it would reach a larger audience than a poster or a brochure would. From this, we hope that more people become aware of this underlying issue and use their voice to stand against it. I hope you guys watching our documentary found it helpful and informative. Thank you for watching!